Right, now I'm going to be doing the short graduation or a variation of the graduated bob. So I'm going to start off by just taking this bob a little bit shorter. Just makes it a lot easier if we get rid of some of the length. So I'm just going to go straight in and take it into a short bob, just keeping it nice and square. I'm not going to do any ankles at this point because we'll do that when we come round to the sides. So I'm just going to literally get rid of that length. Okay, so we're going to take a centre section and we're going to bring the hair out vertically at 45 degrees, okay? So if we look at that, that's a right angle, that's 90 degrees. So we want to bring our fingers in between 90 at exactly that angle, which is 45. Okay, so just moving forward. So I put my fingers in and I'm bringing them down to 45 degrees. Bearing in mind, I don't want to take any of the length away. So we're going to cut down like so. Okay, I'm right-handed. So my elbow down will be from my left side, elbow up from my right side. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring the rest of the hair, over direct it all the way into the middle and cut exactly at 45 degrees at the same as the guideline. Again, I'm going to bring all that into the middle. That may not reach, so maybe just a little bit down the bottom. Okay. And then what we're going to do is exactly the same the other side. So we're going to bring that side into the middle. Again, see my guideline. This time my fingers are going to be like at that angle, which again is 45, it's just the opposite to that. So my elbows up, bring it into the middle, just cut a little bit off. Okay, the way we cross-check this is we pick it up and we just look at the weight line, and if there's any little bits you can take off. And again the other side. Okay, you just want to check your balance. And then we can see some graduation starting to appear. Okay, so bring the next section down like what we do with the one length, just over an inch. Side. Okay, we're going to repeat exactly the same. So we're going to take a centre section, we're going to bring it out vertically. Okay, but this time when we look at it, we're going to make sure that our fingers are angled exactly the same as your guideline previously. So make sure that they're angled at 45 degrees. Don't be tempted to go that way. They have to be at 45 degrees. Okay, and then like before, so you bring that hair over into the middle. If I lift that up, you can see the guideline underneath. So continue. So if you imagine if I swooped all that into the middle, my fingers at 45 degrees, that's exactly what you're doing, but you're doing it in sections because obviously it's quite difficult to cut that amount of hair. Okay, bring it into the middle, over direct, right over. You can start to see the graduation. So this side, elbow up. If you're left-handed, it's the other way around, so bring it into the middle. Bring that last section into the middle. Okay, so we're going to cross check while doing the same thing. I'm going to bring it up. Take dust off. balance. I can see it's a little bit longer through here. Just take that off. Again, just a tiny bit. Okay, then we move on to the horseshoe. Whiz past to this horseshoe. Just got to think about sections. Okay, so once you get to the horseshoe, we can make it just a little bit easier. Instead of bringing it out this way, we can actually bring the hair up this way, at 45 degrees to the guideline. And what I suggest is you point cut this bit so that you soften the line. So if I go this side first, so we're going to just point cut it, point cut the length off. Okay, and then as we go down, our fingers should start elevating from 45 down to 35, down to 25, down to 0 at the front. Okay, so I've just gone lower, and as I get to the front, just cut it more bluntly. I'm going to come onto that side in a minute. I'm just going to continue just cutting the back in. So again, just bring this up, 45, check underneath. I'm going to point cut to the guideline. So this is called, even though it's a guideline, it's also called a weight line because all the weight comes to that point and then the graduation goes in. Again, I'm just going slightly lower. It's like I can cut a bit blunter because we'll move to the sides. Okay, so when we come to the sides, very much like cutting the bob, move around to the side, but this time it's going to be slightly more angled. So make sure your scissors are closed, put your comb in, don't forget to tap the ear, and then we're going to cut at an angle that's already moving out. So you've got that more of a sort of blend. Okay, so I've got to do the same, exactly the same on the other side. Don't forget to tap the ear. Okay, so we need to check the balance. Okay, it needs to be a bit shorter. Okay, so now we can start to see that it's starting to look like a graduated bob. If the hair was blonde, or baby fine blonde hair, I would actually, the last section I would blow dry and then I would do what I did before, cut it dry, just so that you get it perfected. Because with blonde hair it shows all the marks. So we're going to bring it down. I'm going to complete the haircut. So again, from the crown, really comb back that crown because that's the bit that can end up having lots of hair kind of, as a client pushes their fingers through their hair, this bit can come back, and if you've kind of left it over there, it's going to end up being longer. You want to really comb back from that crown. Okay, and like before, we're going to pick it up at 45 degrees, just check it underneath, and we're going to point cut it. So we don't get any harsh lines in there. Like so. Again. Slightly going a bit lower now. As you get to the sides, you come down to about 35 and 40. because again we're going from 40 down to 0, so we're going from 40 lower, 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 lower until we get to 0, and 0 is at the front and sides. So as I come lower, I'll blunt cut it. Okay, and then we're just going to move on to the sides. So again with this haircut, if the client wants it cut on the side, give her the comb or him the comb, get them to put the partings in, and then you cut from there because they know exactly where their parting is. If we get it out a little bit, it will really show. Okay, keeping that at a nice angle. Comb it right down. All the way down to the front. Not forgetting to check the balance. Okay. And then I'd probably use either a medium round brush just to blow dry it all under. And then once I've blow dried it, on a lot of hair it tends to be really weighty around the weight line. So I would pick it up and probably point cut into it. Or also use the thinning scissors to point cut with, just to break up that weight. So that is a short graduation, or otherwise known as one of the ways to cut a graduated bob.